Have y'all read this book, The Alchemist? Now, this is not necessarily a book just for entertainment, but it's definitely a book you should have in your inventory. Now, I've read this book in the past, but I had to come back and review it because I remember it was a very relatable yet inspiring book for anybody out there chasing their dreams. Now, it's not a very long book. You can definitely read it in less than a day. So if you're looking for something quick but powerful, this the one. Now, this is a novel about a boy named Santiago. Now, Santiago was a shepherd that traveled. Now, this story resonated with me real well because it reminded me of myself back when I was trapping. You know, he was just out there in the field trying to get his money up with his sheep up, moving around, just living life. Now, on his journey, he run across this girl that he liked, but he ain't shoot his game at her like he was supposed to. You know how it be when you run across you a bad one, but you don't feel fully prepared. So he had to go out, go get his sheep up. Now, on his journey back, he run across this gypsy that he wanted to interpret his dreams. Now, he told her his dream was, it was a little kid took him to the Egyptian pyramid, told him, look here, this where your treasure at. So the gypsy like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. You ain't even got to pay me up front. Just slide me 10% of that treasure when you run across it. Now, she was a stranger, but she believed in his dreams. And see, that's how it be. See, sometimes your family and friends don't see your potential, but the strangers do. Even though she still charges his ass 10% like a manager. So he continued on this journey, and he ended up running across this old man who appeared to be a bum. Old man told him, he said, look here, let me get 10% of that sheep, and I'll help you find your hidden treasure. He told the boy that he was a king. And he convinced the boy that he was a king by telling the boy things about himself that the boy never told nobody else. He told him he had found his personal legend. He said it was something that he always wanted to accomplish, but there was this mysterious force that convinced him that it was impossible. It was his mission on earth, his purpose. Then he asked the boy, well, why you choose to be a shepherd? And the boy said, because I like to travel. He said, look here, you see that baker over there? See, that baker wanted to travel too when he was a little boy. But he ended up putting his money to the side and decided to wait till he got older to take him a trip to Africa for a month. He said he never realized that anyone could live out their dreams at any time in their life. And see, that was deep for me. Because see, it reminded me of a lot of people that are stuck in positions in life and they hit me up and tell me that I inspire them. It's like they never realize that they can do this shit themselves until they watch me and my journey. People tend to shit on dream chasers a lot because our journey isn't conventional. See, we don't live up to society's standards until we make it. And at that point, the journey you chose to get there really don't even matter. See, we spend too much time trying to please other people to the point where we put ourselves in the box, conforming to everyone else's expectations. So we be trying to please people that ain't really got shit. You have a multi-million-dollar plan and you listen to somebody that's content with making $50,000 a year. Their expectations become more important than your dream or purpose. See, the thing is, very few people follow the path that's laid out to them due to discouragement or difficulty. But we all have to sacrifice comfort eventually, some way, somehow. See, that's the thing about dream chasers. That's what makes us so unique and crazy to some, because we stay the path regardless. They got so many parables and gems in this book that it's crazy. Like the king was telling this boy a story about a young man who was trying to find a secret to happiness. So they sent him down to a castle to talk to a wise man. When he got to the castle, the wise man said, I tell you what, boy, take this spoon right here. It had 2 drops of oil in it. So take this spoon right here and walk around the castle. But don't drop none of that oil in that spoon. So the little boy, he walk around the castle with his eyes on the spoon. He come back. Wise man say, well, tell me what you think about the castle. Little boy say, hell, I ain't seen shit. I had my eyes on this spoon. He say, well, take your little ass back around the castle and tell me all the beautiful things you see about the castle. So the little boy walked back around the castle. He come back. He said, man, this shit fire. You got a bad motherfucking castle. Man, you got the worst. Then the wise man say, what that oil that was in the spoon? He said, man, I ain't seen shit. I was looking at the castle. He said, yeah, the secret to happiness is to see all the beautiful things in the world. But don't never forget that oil in that spoon. So the boy continued on to his journey, and he ended up in this new town where he couldn't understand the language. You know, nobody there spoke his language. Then he run across this young boy who spoke both his language and their language. Well, come to find out, this young boy was a finesser. He got down on him. He robbed his ass. And see, coming along this journey, you're going to run across people that try to get over on you. You know, they think you're gullible or too friendly. They're going to try to finesse you the best way they can. Happened to me when I was out there trapping. Had homeboys and stole from me, robbed me. Well, I'm trying to bless them. You know, they take your kindness for weakness. But, you know, you got to keep pushing. Stay strong, no matter what. Stay the course. Find their ass and tear their ass up if you can. But if not, just keep pushing. So now the boy broke, flat-foot broke, dead on his ass. So he ended up finding this merchant, getting a job cleaning crystals. Now, see, this was me when I left the trap and started driving 18-wheelers. So he ended up going out there and, you know, he started expanding the business for the merchant. You know what I'm saying? He making all kinds of commission. Man, you know, he getting the bread up. You know, he inspired the merchant. Merchant like, damn, my business ain't been this fine. Damn, that's since I started. You know what I'm saying? So he getting a whole lot of inspiration and motivation from the little boy. And the little boy, you know, when he over there grinding out, you know what, man? He ended up working for him for about a year. You know what I'm saying? And he like, man, you know, I can always go back to trapping. I can always go back and give me some sheep. You know what I mean? He was like, but if I do that, I'll never figure out what's going to be waiting for me down here at these pyramids. So you know what? I got to stay the course. So he stayed the course. Now, everything I broke it down to you is just the first part of the book. That's part 1 of the book. If you want to get the full experience, just go buy the book. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Bad motherfucking book. You know Marcus.
You know Marcus.